It's me again. I don't know why, but as soon as I started recording, I feel better. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of like a messy video, but then again, all my videos are messy, so I'm just a messy person in general. I'm just gonna open my heart to you guys because I don't know. I feel like very soft today, like very emotional. Yesterday, I could feel myself being very like tough and like rough and like roof. And like today, I feel like that like I've been like crying. I started crying in the car on my way back from Phoenix. I was just in the car with my mom and my grandma and her husband, and I was just like, it's just like it just hit me like everything like I've had a lot on my mind. I've been having trouble breathing. I don't know if it's my throat chakra. It's just I feel like pressure here. Like I can't. I don't know like how to explain it. Like I don't know if you guys have ever gotten really high on weed, like really high, and then you try to breathe, but it's just like your chest is like you feel pressure. So that's how I feel right now. I haven't felt like that in a long time since I was a little girl. Cause there was a phase where I was smoking a lot, like a lot. Even I was like, okay, this isn't even getting me high anymore. Like I feel like burnt out. I'm surprised I still have like, I'm surprised I'm still functioning, but yeah. So I was just like, the fuck, like how am I still alive right now? How am I still And I wasn't functioning anymore. Like, I was so fried out, and I was young. I was like what 9 years old, I think. So I was already like feeling like I'd be like my coordination. There we go. My coordination, my cognitive function, my memory has been tempered with. So, anyways, yeah, I feel so soft today, and I mean, that's good because I've been feeling some type of way. Like, I've been feeling really, like, um, closed off. Like, my heart has been closed off, like, heavy. I've just been so angry, like, because I just want to be heard. And it's just like, I feel so judged all the time. And, like, everybody's so fast paced all the time that I can't really talk to them. And it's just like, and I'm planning on getting a therapist, but it's just like I want to be able to take myself to it. I don't want my mom to take me. So I want to wait till I leave to my aunt's house so that I can take it there. So I could take myself when I need to go because I have this thing like I already associate like my mom taking me places with her being in control. It's just like I don't want you to be in control. I want to be in control. I want to be I want to take I want to drive the steering wheel, and I could drive myself. It's not the same, okay? On my own time, and I don't want to feel like a little girl again, like a teenager again. When I'd be like, okay, let's go, and she'd be like, okay, let's go, and then. I get those memories of when I was a teenager and I was going through shit and I went through so many different therapists and she would take me and it was just like not even something I wanted to do, it's just something she made me do. So you see how I correlates. You see how that, yeah, like that correlates, I guess. It's just like I want to feel empowered, but I'd rather wait and just vent on here. And then, like, I don't know, I was just like, I'm kind of worried because I'm like, damn, dude, like, am I even like doing anything? Like, am I even on any type of journey? Is this stuff even real? Am I gonna make it? Do I even have, what do I want? And I don't even want anything. Like today I was like, sorry if I'm like squinting. It's because you know how when you cry and then it's just like the air is just like it's drying my eyes out, and I don't like it. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. But you are. So yeah, I'm just like tripping balls. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? Bitch. Nothing makes sense. Okay? And the only way I could feel grounded is legit like anything that happens, like let's say I just decide to go eat like chips. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna eat these chips and I'm gonna be here entirely eating these chips. No judgment, no questions, just this is what feels right. I'm gonna do it. And that's what I've been doing today. It's just kind of hard because I judge myself sometimes when I'm doing something. I'm like, is this what I should be doing? Am I on the right track? And I feel so bad because I was looking through my old I'm such a shitty person. I'm not a shitty person, but like I see where I'm coming from, but it's just like it doesn't make up, for all the damage I've caused um boys in general. I feel like, I mean, whatever, whatever's, but it's just like at the same time it's like, damn, I'm sorry. But I'm not going to apologize to cuz look, I'm very I can be very destructive because of how like, you know, my emotions and all that. And I'm not saying I want any of them back. I'm just saying, like, I feel bad for the damage or the pain that I've caused them. You know what I mean? Because there's it's like I get where I was coming from, but it's just like when you see how angry people are, like it's one of the things I hate the most, but it's also like it's sad because when I see how angry they are or they have been towards me, it's just like it just shows how much I really did my actions really do hurt people. They really do impact them, and I feel so bad. And that's why I'm like, damn, I need to be careful with my words. I really need it. And I try. And that's why I overthink a lot. That's why, like, every time I'm about to do something, you see me when I take pauses, I'm like, okay, what are you going to say? Are you sure that's what you want to say? Is that really the truth? Is that really necessary? Like, I really want to think it through before I say it because I don't want to say anything unnecessary. My phone died. Oh my god, you should have seen me. I got so pissed off. I was like, the universe is trying to fucking piss me off. Like, you keep, like, every time, anytime I try to do something positive out of my, I try to make, like, I try to, yeah, I try to be positive about, like, the shit that I'm going through, and I create something, and, like, something just messes it up. But I'm glad that it didn't, like, it didn't, like, erase everything, because that was important. That was, like, the first video that I feel super calm, and I'm like, I feel like I'm on Snapchat. But yeah, so that makes me pretty happy. But anyways, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying, but I think it had to do with, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just start talking about this now. um so I was on Instagram, and I posted this story where I was, like, skipping, joyfully, like, in my house. And no shade, no shade. Every time somebody says no shade, it's like they're about to throw shade. No, but no shade, because it really doesn't matter. But I was like, okay, so I was skipping, right? And then I guess, I don't know, this guy, he just felt the need, or this person felt the need to just, like, he was just like, damn, you're hella white. And I was just like, I'm not shading white. Like, I don't care. It's just like, me personally, like, my body, that's like my biggest insecurity. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I tan, not naked, but kind of like, I go to that extent to like, I, not all the time, right? I stay in most of the time. I never go out. Like, literally, I never go out. Literally, you think I'm kidding? You think I'm not kidding. I never go out. Never. I went. I barely. Well, I go out for, like, grocery shopping. Recently I went out to the, like, I got invited to the movies, and for my permit test, whatever. Just stuff, that I think is important. I'm like, okay, sure. Like, sure, why not? We can go do that. Or, like, stuff that I need to do, I'll go for it. But other than that, it's just like, ugh, I never go out. So then I thought about it, and, like, I got pissed, because I was like, what the fuck? Why do you gotta tell me, though? Like, who care? Why do you care? You know what I mean? But then I was just, like, thinking, like, damn, I say stuff sometimes. Like, I don't know if you guys know that channel, Holly Scoops. Honestly, I'm not even subscribed to them, but somehow that's all that is on my YouTube feed. That, and, like, just random shit. You get random shit on your feed, and you're just like, why is this here? But it's like, it's fine. I'll watch it. I mean, it's right there. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I've talked shit before. I do my thing sometimes. So I was just like, okay, it's fine. It's okay. I just need to work on my insecurity. It's okay to have pale skin. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just something I gotta work through. And I responded hella dramatic. I was just like, what did I say? I was like, what did I tell him? I said, I don't remember what I said, but I responded very, like, sassy. And I've been very sassy these past few days. Just really not having it. Okay? Okay? I'm in a process. And them talk, and everybody, and just everybody, my grandma too, she talks a lot of shit. But that's okay. She can be nice sometimes. It's just like, you know people. They're like bringing everything out like fireworks for me. Like it's just like turu, 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 turu. And now this, and now that, and now this, and now that, and remember this, and this and that, and this and that, and oh well, this and that. Like I didn't tell you guys about yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I went to a restaurant, and it was a really nice restaurant. Well, it was the Cheesecake Factory. It's not even that crazy, but you know, like I don't know. I don't know what it is about Phoenix or just restaurants like fancy. I don't know. Okay, it was just fancy to me. So I go there, right, and I showed up ghetto, but I didn't know. Nobody told me the plan. Nobody told me, oh yeah, we're going to a restaurant. No, nobody told me that. Nobody even told me what the fuck was going on. I was chilling at home. You know that day where I took the dogs out. I was just chilling at home, and then they're like, oh, let's go, and I'm like, go where? They're like, oh, I don't know. We're gonna go to celebrate Natalie's. That's a verb. That's not the place. You just told me a verb. And I was going through like crazy mind shit, so I was just like, I don't even care. Let's just go. Like you ever just go through stuff but you got to go do stuff, so you're just like, let's just go. Fuck it. And then I go, and we're going to the restaurant, and I look ghetto as fuck. What was my point? Why was I saying this? I think why was I saying this? I think because oh yeah, that's why, that's why. Okay, so that's another insecurity that came out too as I was walking with my aunt. I I was gonna say her name, but I don't think I should. As I was walking towards the entrance, she's like, so how have you? And she has the personality, you know, that personality type. You're just very like feminine, and you're just very like, oh yes, like yeah, like I don't know if you know what I mean, but I know what I mean. And she was just like, so how have you been? You know what I mean? Like, you know, that type of energy that's just like, so how have you been? And I'm just like, I've been good. Like, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Like, I can only tell her that. I can only tell her, oh, I've been good, because what am I supposed to tell you? There's nothing going on. There's nothing important. It's just like, you know? Because I could see that she was asking me in a much, like, she expected something more, like, oh yeah, well, I'm doing this and blah blah blah, and I didn't. So that was another one too. Anyway, so I had my whatever shirt on, right? And I guess I had like, I don't know what I had. I think I had like powder or something. I don't know what I had, but she's just like dusting it off of me, like, I don't know. Okay, I felt like, what are those called? Those, you know, those. I don't know if you've seen crazy rich Asians. I cried. Okay, I cried because I could relate to the Asian girl that she showed up to her fiance's. Oh, she didn't know he was her fiance, but she showed up to her boyfriend's family's place or whatever, and they were really rich, but they were super mean to her because she wasn't rich, and she was just like, you know, like herself, and like that's how I felt. I felt like just a hobo, and that's when I realized that I want to start. I've changed my mindset or my mentality about, like, we should treat hobos with respect. I mean, I've never disrespected a hobo, but like I've given them water and stuff, but it's just like to see them as like, I don't know, like, even not just hobos, like just people in general. Like if I were to be, like, let's say if I were like, I don't know, J Lo, I'd like, if like a person showed up to a fancy event, to one of my fancy events, and they showed up in like jeans and sandals, like, fuck what people say. You know what I mean? If you felt like putting on sandals that day, like, show up in sandals and your jeans. Like, why do we have? I don't know. That's just how I see it. That's how I see it. But it's hard to own it, you know? It's hard to walk it like I talk it. Because as soon as I walked in, like I felt watched. Like I was just like, "Oh my god, it's my whatever shirt." I know it is. And then I go to the table and then this waitress, she stops me. She's like, "Ooh, I like your shirt." Whatever. And I was just like, thank you. I kind of needed to hear that. You know what I mean? Like I was gonna be like it was kind of awkward, you know. But it was just like I was like, that's sweet, you know. Like there are people who don't give a fuck, you know. And I think it has more to do with feeling like the odd one out. Cause I've had this other experience where I'm just the one that's, and you know, I gotta embrace it. I have to embrace it. I've just always been the one that's just super messy, I guess. And it's just like well, other people are able to maintain themselves and I'm not. It's just like it just falls out. Kind of like, yeah, you just spill everything all over the place. That's me. I spill everything all over the place. And my family does too. And I think that's where I get it from. It's in my genes. Like if you go out with my family, they're gonna embarrass you. You wouldn't be able to handle it like I do. They're gonna just completely I don't I you have to meet them. You have to meet them to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what's on my mind today. It's funny cuz it's not even as crazy as it sounds. Cuz the other stuff that for me is really crazy to hear in my head, I can't put it into words. So like this is all I guess this is all that's important that needs to be let out. And yeah, we bought some figs. We bought some what did we buy? We bought some prunes, pistachios. We bought some we bought a new protein shake. And yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. I don't really have anything much else to say. This is just a venting type of thing. So, with that being said, goodbye.